Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Consume the Goodness. This creator's name is Kendra. They're often referenced by name during our live streams. This is a creator that wants to help us with healthy eating, healthy living. They happen to be a certified lifestyle and weight management coach. They let us know that on their banner, and we can talk about mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health with Kendra on this channel. They post videos frequently. As you can see, I'm quite behind. I thought I cut up the other day, but it's longer ago than I think. I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos and put that into a special playlist I use. I call it my catch-up list. That is a playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. And then when we look at Premiere that's coming up, that's actually going to be today right after Superchat, as a matter of fact. So we expect to be here for 3 hours like always, and then what we'll do is we'll go right into that for Kendra. That was a bit of a surprise. And we see that Consume the Goodness is now past 1,300 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 1,400. We know they're thinking about. They got some shorts over here, and these have gotten into some heavy views at 12,000, 22,000, one at 48,000 views, which is great to see, and then live streams on this channel as well. So she's been on many times. It's been a while since I've caught her. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. I got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. We've also seen her featured on other channels like Just Jason Keto and more. And it's great to see creators collaborating. It's a great way to grow your channel. Every time you're featured on somebody else's channel, you're all but guaranteed to grab a handful of subscribers for yourself. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get a channel up on the screen, and by chance the wheels picking Consume the Goodness again. We'll spin the wheel. Thank you for the highlighted milestone message, New Devils Gaming. I was lucky to catch them a couple times recently for live streams, and look at that, they're going to come up right now. I know we've got quite a few channels here with us already, and Scratch and PPA and Michael's Adventures, beloved and dedicated moderators, of course, are at the top of the Wheel of Doom. We'll continue spinning that, and after a little while I'll add some names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. And I am Betty J. Gathers and Butler Family Farm are both on there. Greenland Quilter Katie's dropping a super chat, so we're going to look at that channel next. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, even though they're absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated, of course. So we'll let Greenland Quilter Katie skip the line, and we'll get that channel up on the screen in another moment. I also notice AceFlow1, my friend of about 5 years. That's Andy. He brings travel content. Bella's Whisper Farmstead. Kristen brings homesteading on a budget. Lynn's Life Lessons is in the house with Mr. and Mrs. Lady. Good to see you here. Forgive me for not being certain if this is your first time, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Members are always added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat here. So Rushing Wind Mountain and It's D Bankroll have both been added. I know Lewis Acre Farm Karma is in the house, and Really Haunted Places is here. Good to see you back. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I have an interesting week this week. I'm off of my full-time gig for a week to do some personal other work and stuff. So I've got an opportunity. We'll do Tuber Chat today, again on Thursday. Those streams are already set in advance, and Saturday, all at 4 p.m. So our friends in the UK can catch us, and it should be interesting to see a different mix of channels because we don't usually stream on those days at that time. Forever Goshlin 3004 is here. New Horizons Above and Beyond is back in the house. Edna's World, our dear friend, is here. Actually, I'm going to play a clip from her interview that is part of a series that we've got on the Superchat channel now. These are videos that are available in a playlist and as a podcast, where Edna's World and a few other creators join me for an interview style series where I ask their opinion without interjecting a lot of my own, so that we could really hear what they had to say, because all of those creators are long past their 10,000 subscribers. So I'll play a clip from Edna's World in another 20 minutes or so, and we'll continue to add names to the wheel over the course of the stream. Like I said, we'll be here for 3 hours. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. We usually see an average of somewhere around 100 channels come through a Tuber Chat live stream. Might not be quite as overwhelming today because it's an uncommon day and time, but there will be plenty of friends to meet. Some who have been with us for years, and some who will be here for the first time. Crochet and Knit around New Zealand. Trish, good to see you back in the house. Thanks for coming in. And New Devils Gaming is up on the screen right now, with working on 3,400 subscribers, which is great to see. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. We know they're mixing up a lot of different video gameplay for the most part, but it looks like they're doing some unboxings and product reviews. We got other friends that do BarkBox unboxings as well. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I know it's very short, but I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. I always love Grand Theft Auto. I'm looking forward as much as anybody else is to next year when we get Grand Theft Auto 6. And then shorts on this channel feature some more video gameplay and a little bit of random content. I see getting into 20,000 views on one of these, and then 275,000 on one shorts video, which is interesting to see. And then live streams over here as well. So they're on just about every day. I caught them a couple days ago and a few days before that, but hopefully everybody will put notifications on for every single channel. We do that in the spirit of doing as much as we can for everybody and making sure we catch as much content from everybody as we can as well. I see Super Rainbow Queen is in the house. I've got them on the wheel. I added Marketplace Boutique on there. Izzy Ska has also been added. Shawnee, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone, or saying hello to everyone. King Morgan, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And right now, Greenland Quilter Katie is coming up. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Hobbytown Chili and Koi, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Greenland Quilter Katie, I noticed at the beginning of the stream today, before we started in the chat, was talking about Greenland, the fact that it's part of North America, wondering how many people knew that. But, you know, I'm in Canada, and in Ontario around the Niagara Falls and Toronto area, and I can't be certain whether I knew that. I must have known that. If somebody was to ask me, I'd probably flinch for a quick second and say yes, I think so, because knowing that Greenland wouldn't be its own continent, and luckily, you know, looking at a map, especially in the Canadian area, we would see that Greenland's right beside us. Again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And when we look at Greenland Quilter Katie, we see a channel I'm still getting to know, but they've been with us many times lately, just about for every stream since finding us a couple months ago. I've got the latest video on my catch-up list. I've seen a few like this where they're giving us a really beautiful view around Greenland, and there's a bit of greenery here, but you also get to see a lot of the icebergs and glaciers is what I'm thinking about here. So I'm hoping to get to know this creator and this channel more as time goes on. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over time I get to know the channels over weeks and months by hanging out in premieres, live streams, and watching videos. I get to know the content, and if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know people that way as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Shorts on Greenland Quilter Katie's channel have gotten into 2,000 views and beyond, one over 2,800, which is great to see. And then live streams over here, she's got got a live stream coming up in a few days, and seems to be doing these very frequently, as a matter of fact, with StreamYard panels. Super chats and memberships available. This creator's monetized, of course. And it's time for me to spin the wheel. But thank you, Greenland Quilter Katie, for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary. And I see we've got a few more channels in the house here. YT Dark Gaming is a longtime friend named Jory. They've changed their channel name a few times, but if you've been to Tuber Chat a few times before, you've likely run into our friend Jory, who brings video gameplay. Marketplace Boutique is coming up right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. The Bud Files is here as well. Sue is in the house. Let me get them onto the wheel. They're here for every live stream, as is Rushing Wind Mountain. I've got them both on the wheel. Marketplace Boutique is Jody. This is a creator that talks to us about e-commerce more than anything else. She's actually really expanded the content on her channel over the last year or so, and brings us a few different things, including help with our YouTube channels and graphic design. But Marketplace Boutique has been working in e-commerce since 1998 and gives us the ins and outs of buying and selling on platforms like eBay. And there's a lot of magic there, especially when you buy collections of things, split them up and sell them individually. A Marketplace Boutique's gonna not only take us shopping to show us where she finds a lot of the things that she sells, she's also going to teach us how to do it. So shorts on this channel feature pure variety, and a lot of creators are doing this, where regardless of category or niche, the shorts videos on the channel are pure variety that can bring in a lot of subscribers either way. And then they've got into 12,000 views here, 14,000, 19,000, and then live stream. Sometimes Jody's on the water, sometimes she's taking us for a drive, and sometimes she's sitting by the fire. Sometimes she's collaborating with Backyard Trucker, another familiar face here in the Tuber Chat family. So 1,500 subscribers. We'd love to push her a little bit farther towards the 1,600 that she's likely thinking about now. And Marketplace Boutique is another creator who's here with us just about every day. And John Clark, good to see you here. Not sure if that's a channel, but we'll find out soon enough. I don't see any content over there, but that's okay. And then Izzy Ska has just dropped a super chat. And thank you for that. Izzy Ska will be the next channel that we look at. In a second, we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. So let's see what Izzy Ska's got going on right away. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Yeah, and John Clark, thank you for that. So it will be great for you to already have a head start. So when you start posting content, you'll already have some friends ready to support you. So hopefully you're feeling welcome here. And then when we look at Izzy Ska that's on the screen, this is another longtime friend. They've been with us for, I don't know if it's been a year yet. It's got to be more than a year by now. I don't know if it's quite a couple of years, but Izzy Ska is now over 1,800 subscribers. This creator has actually reset and restarted their content a couple of times. They're monetized, though. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They have always been known for these outstanding banners, avatars, and thumbnails on their videos. Most of the videos feature animation with some interesting music, and then shorts on the channel bring pure variety. These have gotten into over 500 views now. And live streams are frequent. They're on several times a week. I'd like to say almost every other day-ish. And I've caught them many times. Sometimes they have guests on with them. The conversation can go anywhere once they start. They occasionally start with a theme. And Izzy Ska's got a vibrant community of loyal and dedicated supporters over there. They'll also let people meet new friends the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. Bedoza Travel, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then John Clark's planning a training channel. That'll be cool. And then I'm just curious to know what kind of training are you thinking about. And we will spin the wheel and get another channel ready to go. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. That'll be really cool, John Clark. Software design and development. I happen to do a small amount of programming. I'm somewhere in between an amateur and an intermediate. I can probably fix most problems without an internet connection, but I've done a small amount of programming over the years. It's the Bankroll is up on the screen right now. This is a creator that's going to help us with our finances. And I know that 99% of us are thinking about monetizing our channels in different ways. So the idea is, wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of the revenue that's going to come in as we monetize? And It's the Bankroll and a few other financial channels here in the Tuber Chat family are going to help with that. The Truth Teller 25, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of different creators in the house that will be willing to connect with you, and our instructions are always in our video description so you can maximize the value of your own time here as well. Consume the Goodness was the first channel that we looked at. Curmudgeon Alaska has just come in as well. Handicapped Traveler is here. They happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then hopefully, again, I'm not missing anybody in the chat. It's the Bankroll on the screen, like I said, is going to help us with our finances. Now, they not only do cash stuffing challenges and talk about mortgage payoffs, tips and tricks for actually saving money, but they actually show us how to make some money as well. If you dig through some of their channels, you're going to see some of the apps that they use to literally bring in small streams of income, and a few of these all together can start to turn into significant amounts of money. So I'm just going to grab the latest video. It's actually one of those. The latest video is one that's teaching us how to make some money with some apps that are out there, which is really great to see. And then I've got that into my catch-up list. That's the playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. They've got some shorts here as well. 4,000, 5,000, and well beyond 6,000 views on these, and a couple of live streams as well. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these if you're going to do another one. It's been a couple of months, but we got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, and we see that they are monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get to their channel. Curmudgeon Alaska is just dropping a super chat as well. Thank you again, Izzy Ska, by the way. I try to remember to thank everybody more than once for that, but Curmudgeon Alaska, thank you for that also. Their channel's just exploding, and I'll talk about it when we put it up on the screen. Fever Dream Animation is in the house. Again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody here, but when we, right before we have a look at the next channel, we're going to go for a break for 3.5 minutes, and right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip from our interview series that I was talking about, and we'll hear from Edna's World about how to gain 10,000 subscribers and beyond. So I noticed that you also mentioned subscribers for a quick second there when you're talking about especially the effects you put on the screen or the end of your video. Don't forget to subscribe, things like this. What else can you tell us, especially for anybody just starting their YouTube journey, about how to get more subscribers for their channel?
Still back to just asking. Like, you would be surprised how many people don't say subscribe to my channel.
No.
Just a simple hit that subscribe button, you know, I would appreciate it. I don't do a whole lot of promoting, but promoting your channel works very well. I think honestly, if people can feel like they have a connection to you if you're, you're talking, if you're giving great information, if they sort of feel that vibe, they're going to naturally be like, oh, I like this person. But sometimes people will watch and watch and watch and just never subscribe. And sometimes it's just because they just don't think about it. It's like, oh, I didn't even realize I wasn't subscribed to you. So that one little ask is sometimes all the people need to just, subscribe to the channel. I think also realizing that not everybody is going to subscribe. Like realizing that they might watch your video, but for whatever reason, they just don't want to subscribe to it. Or they just come there for that one reason, that to see that video, and now they're going to go. I think having people promote you is a good thing. And that's also something I think should naturally happen.
Okay.
I know a lot of us, when we start out, we think we have the best ideas, the best personality, and we're going to blow up overnight. And it just doesn't happen like that in the real world. It's going to take time, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with, you might never hit 10,000 subscribers, and that's okay. Be there for the 400 that are coming back, be there for the ones that are coming back, and show them that you appreciate them being there, because eventually those are the ones that will mention your name to somebody else. Or, those, if they don't, but they're still coming back. So we have to be okay. And I think that's what a lot of new vloggers need to learn. You have to be okay that you might not blow up. You might not be as fabulous as you think you are. Somebody is still going to be like, no, I don't like her. And that's okay. That's okay.
All right, we're just about back, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Jake Hudson, thank you so much. You'll know his name in the chat is Jake Huston. He just actually dropped a super chat, which is absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. But he also happens to be a member, so I've got him on the. I would have had him on the wheel. We'll look at his channel right after Curmudgeon Alaska for the same reason. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel, and after a little while longer I'll start adding names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Curmudgeon Alaska up on the screen right now, their channel's just like unbelievably exploding. They had a unexpected wave of good fortune a little while ago. This particular video here, Rob behind the channel, Rob, Sarah, and Zeus are featured, of course, on Curmudgeon Alaska. Rob let me know they're really not doing anything different than what they usually do, but they had a video here that just hit 1.5 million views. That's not a short, that's a video. So their channel just went, wow, like crazy, right? And every video after that is just doing fantastic. Got almost a couple 100,000 views here, thousands on every one now, which is great to see. What they're doing on the channel is building an off-grid Airbnb and homestead in Alaska. So off-grid, as a matter of fact, that this video that did so well is just one in a series that they've done where they head out to a flag stop to get their supplies. There's no station, there's no deck, there's no dock, there's nothing. You have to know where it is, and the train comes and drops off supplies. Sometimes they're out there with snowmobiles picking them up. And shorts on the channel have gotten into 4,800, 5,700 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. They've done a few of these. This is the one they did right after that monstrous climb in that video's views, and then they've been doing just spectacularly ever since. I can't believe I haven't caught you for one of these lately, but hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these live streams shortly. And Curmudgeon Alaska now is working on 43,000 subscribers, which is great to see. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And Rob's here with us frequently. And let's look at Jake Huston for the same reason. So Curmudgeon Alaska, thank you so much again for another super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. They've done that countless times before, and they took over our stream boss position. So what that is the video game life meter under my camera here. You can see the obvious benefit to having that as a part of your stream. It's built into Streamlabs. There's a few things out there like it. And every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock it out takes over and gets some extra exposure. So that will be Curmudgeon Alaska. New Horizons above and beyond. Good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I know during the break I waved to a couple of channels. We just want to make sure hopefully we say hello to everyone. Rock Chick Beauties here from the UK. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So when we look at Jake Huston, we actually see a longtime friend. They've been with us a couple of years now. Could be as long as 3 years. I forget already. And hopefully everybody takes inspiration those years, including all of our moderators. And then, we have new channels that come in every single day. People who've been with us a few months, a few weeks, and everywhere in between. When we look at Jake Huston, we see a creator who generously has gone around lately and done a lot of theme songs for his friends with YouTube channels, dozens of them, literally, and it came to us as a complete shock and surprise when he did one for Superchat. I'll play that a little bit later in the stream. But Jake Huston's got a lot of these. Otherwise, this creator does a lot of StreamYard panels, collaborating with other creators, a lot of talking head videos. And I'm just going to grab the latest one here. I'm going to put this video into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 800 views, one over 1,100, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. Lots of StreamYard panels here. Jake's got lots of people to collaborate with and has been doing that for a very long time. Seems to be on almost every day. And then working on 2,000 subscribers. He's officially on the road. As soon as you hit a 100 milestone, we say you're on the road to the next one, and that puts him officially on the road to 2K. So that's exciting for Jake Huston, and like I said, a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And Great Farmer Freelance is in the house. I was just thinking about you. He's a longtime friend, somebody who's been with us many, many times before. And then he's just lurking in the background there. So let's look at Great Farmer Freelance's channel. He just dropped a super chat here. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. He must have reset and restarted. So this creator now, they're actually a longtime friend. He's had plenty of content before, StreamYard panels and things like that. He was doing a series for a long time. And Great Farmer Freelance, so it's good to see you here. He's just hanging out in the background then. 28 subscribers right now. I think he just went up to 29 actually. And a video here to have a look at. So I'll see what that video says from a few months ago. But Great Farmer Freelance obviously is a generous, not to mention loyal and dedicated supporter. So I hope everybody will connect with them. We'll give them that head start that we talk about sometimes, so that as they hopefully start to produce content on this new channel, they'll be ready to go and move faster than the first time around. Let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So Scratchin' PPA always has a nice lengthy speech to go along with his channel. He's one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube now. It's getting, soon I'll be saying 8 years. Johnny Small Pepper's in the house as well, coming into the chat. And, you know, I'm very lucky as the host of Superchat to be able to connect with creators on other social networks. Lots of people have connected on Facebook, like Johnny Pepper, Johnny Small Pepper, and then lots of people have connected on Instagram. Seems to be the communication social network of choice. But I'm on Twitter too, and usually just about every other social network, although I'm not on all of them all day. But what I notice about Johnny Small Pepper is that they're constantly sharing and promoting for other creators. I see it all the time. You know, Facebook's got an interesting algorithm to it, and some of the people you see frequently, especially I guess if you're scrolling and you kind of stop for a second to read something, it notices that. You don't necessarily have to click on it. You start seeing these people's things again and again. But I just think it's great when I see people promoting others far more than worrying about their own channels, right? We talk about it here all the time. Generosity at the forefront of our minds. If we're willing to give much more than we expect to receive from others, I promise you it comes back in an overwhelming way, and you'll hear that in all of the stories that I tell over the next 2.5 hours or so. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming into the chat. As long as everyone is still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. When we look at Scratchin' PPA, we see lottery ticket scratching, which is a very huge genre and niche on YouTube and other social networks as well. But Scratchin' PPA puts an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching by pitting two tickets against each other and then giving us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video. And that is if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. He premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. So just a few hours ago, actually, he did a premiere and then raided into the preset Tuber Chat live stream, so thank you for that. He's done that countless times before as well. If you can imagine, just to give you an idea of why I say this is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in the past 7 years, and most creators will agree with me and tell you that he's incredibly supportive to them as well. If you can imagine, we're on episode 776 of Tuber Chat today. And Pete has been with us for far beyond 700 of those. We can literally count on one hand how many he's missed over the course of the last 720 or 730 streams, if you can imagine. Not to mention the fact that he's here for the length of every single stream, whether it's 2 hours, 2.5 hours, or now 3 hours. So it gives you an idea of the kind of support that this creator gives, why I refer to him as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. Most of you understand that our live streams couldn't be anything like what they are these days if it wasn't for the help of our moderators. Now, Scratch and PPA, like I said, premieres every Tuesday. So just a few hours ago, we were able to catch him for the Scratch Challenge series of videos that's now in its 4th year. And this creator always premieres with perfect consistency. So literally every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern for all of this time. He's getting on like the 4-year anniversary of the series now, and he started his channel 6 to 8 months before that, if I remember right. Presentation's always been at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by content in his thumbnails. He gives us a hint about the giveaways in his video series. His banner's updated every single week, if you can believe that, and his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video over 4 years ago as well. Those premieres will find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, Johnny Small Pepper, and a few select others. It's very fast paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. Scratch and PPA is working on 2,300 subscribers now, and he's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. He expanded the content on his channel last year when he took a trip to Italy and brought us some vlogging style shorts videos, and I think you're going to see that style of shorts start to get more popular as YouTube continues to push out the new 3-minute shorts videos. It gives a lot of opportunity for different camera angles and a lot of different editing and things like that. And then he brought us some Italian lottery tickets that we otherwise might not have seen, as well as his very first live stream from Italy, where he gave us a look at the area he was visiting there as well. I know a lot of people will be excited to know that Scratch and PPA has expanded the content on the channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with him. We'd love to push him towards the 2,300 subscribers that we know that he is thinking about, and we'll spin the wheel and get to our next channel. If I've missed anything in the chat and you remember me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Kathleen's Place, good to see you here. Cruz Bolero is in the house. Fairbrick Studio is here. They're a longtime friend as well now. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. The Bud Files is a family of creators that sought to, in the beginning, be modern-day archaeologists. And they uncover history and digitally preserve it in video. They continue that today. This is a really cool video for them to have put up yesterday, a nice tribute to some veterans. In Canada, we call it Remembrance Day, similar to Veterans Day that's known by our American friends. I'm not sure all the different countries that celebrate that around the world, but it's great to know that people have taken their moment to support in all the different ways that we can. The Bud Files brings us a lot of history on their channel, but they bring us a lot of fun as well, because like I said, this is a family of creators. They might take us to abandoned locations or graveyards or cemeteries or other outdoor excursions, but they've got shorts on the channel as well that give you an idea of the variety that we'll find throughout their content. They've gotten into 3,400, 5,000, 15,000 views and beyond. And then they've got live streams as well. And these creators are live frequently, usually every few days. And they could be doing just about anything. So they took us to a parade yesterday. They could be singing, dancing, playing games at home. They could be taking us out for another live excursion. And a little bit more variety comes in the live streams as well. They're working on 2,400 subscribers, and Sue behind the Bud Files, gives incredible attention to detail with their supporters. So every time they hit a 100 milestone, they do a shout out video. And not only are they shouting out channels and thanking them for the support, they're letting everybody in the chat know what these channels are about and what they do. So if viewers would be interested, they could connect. And for people like us in the Tuber Chat family, we might want to connect with them as supporters as well. Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network, good to see you in the house. Yes, Kathleen's Place. I was born, raised, and grew up in Toronto. I now live in Niagara Falls and have for about 8 years, but I split my time between the two cities. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I say it a million times. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. If you have the ability to share a stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So I'm going to go ahead and add a couple of names onto the wheel from our chat list already. Lewis Acre Farm Karma and Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen will both be added onto the wheel, and I'll get to some more. Usually I add names when we get down to about 5 or 6, and then, like I said, members are always added as soon as we see them in the chat. Super Rainbow Queen is up on the screen right now. This is a great creator that brings us a lot of variety. They let us know they do Dollar Tree hauls, and then some activities to go along with that, a lot of conversation, and they will allow people to connect on their channel as well. They're here with us frequently, and I see that they're posting frequently as well. They've put out a new video, so I've got this one in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. They're working on 3,300 subscribers, and we'd love to push them a little bit closer to that milestone. Shorts on this channel have gotten into almost 3,000 views, one over 3,300, one over 5,100 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. They're on frequently, almost every day, almost every other day. They've got monetization, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. So we get there. Super Rainbow Queen's been a long-time friend as well. I'm not sure if they've been with us a couple of years by now. It could be. It's a year for sure. And then Truth Teller 25, thank you for asking. So what we do for adding channels onto the wheel, I'm going to show you something. I've got a ChatBot in the background here. This is part of the Streamlabs system. And what it does is it keeps track of not just how long people are here, but how active they are in the chat. So I refresh this database once in a while, and then I can look at who has been most active in the chat. So like I've already added Lewis Acre Farm Karma and Bell's Whisper Farmstead Kristen. Soon will be Forever Goshlin 3004, and possibly John Clark, possibly Really Haunted Places. I know not everybody can stay here for 3 hours every time we stream, but we do try to get every channel, like as many channels as we can, onto the screen in the fairest way possible over a 3-hour period. So if you have the time to stay and you're able to keep the conversations going with friends in the chat, you'll likely be seen, all but guaranteed, today. We're streaming at an uncommon day and time for us, so it shouldn't be too overwhelming today. We should be able to get to more channels than usual. And then typically what happens is when we get down to 5 or 6 names on the wheel, I start adding them from that list based on who's been most actively engaged. But super chatters and membership gifters get added to the screen right away as soon as those things happen. I try never to solicit that kind of thing. It's absolutely unnecessary here. Always appreciated when it does happen, of course. And then members are added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So these are just little bonuses that we give, but you do not have to be a member and you do not have to super chat to get on the wheel or the screen. It just takes a long time. We've been here for over 4 years now as a channel, so of course it's a very fast-paced and vibrant community, and we always have an abundant number of channels here. And then thank you, TruthTeller25, but we'll be looking forward to looking at your channel if we can. Just Jason Keto and More is another longtime dear friend, a fellow Canadian. I got them on the wheel. They're a beloved and dedicated moderator, and Rock Chick Beauty is going to be the next channel that we look at. Right before we do that, we're going to take a break for 3.5 minutes again. Right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from our interview series. These are videos that were recently added to the Tuber Chat channel in a playlist and as a podcast. And these are conversations in an interview style with some friends of ours who've been with us literally for years. The biggest thing I can tell you about all of the information you're going to hear from these creators is the fact that they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course, but I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to I think it was 82 was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at 4,000 subscribers aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start jump into a conversation like that instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
So we're almost back. We're going to look at a longtime dear friend, Rock Chick Beauty from the UK. She's been with us from pretty much the beginning of Tuber Chat. But I noticed that Truth Teller 25 and Greenland Quilter Katie are asking everybody kind of what's your favorite dinner or what are you having tonight. And I'll tell you something that I ran across today just watching YouTube videos or sharing stuff out. A creator had a video and the theme was Croctober. And I was like, why didn't I think of that? I don't know if I've ever seen it before. It wasn't coming to my mind when I saw it. But I just brought the crock-pot out a couple of weeks ago. And I did chili and soup one weekend. I was expecting to do soup. I might do it this week or in a couple of days because it's definitely time for that. In my area of Canada, which is just southern Ontario, we finally got into the weather that's not just cool but cold. A lot of the time. And I love make-ahead stuff. I love the crock pot. I can't cook any better than anybody else, but I can do a couple things there. Now, it's funny because, Truth Teller 25 says they're Italian. I love pasta. Italian's my favorite food. But I used to tell everybody that lasagna would probably be my favorite until I realized I've had a lot more pizza in my life than I have lasagna, so it's probably pizza. But somewhere around there. And, that's a collaboration, says Lewis Acre Farm Karma. I think the video I saw today was from a while ago. Could have been a month ago, but it makes sense. And I'm like, I should probably start jumping in on things like that. Like I said, I can't cook any better than anybody else. When I make something, even if it's in a crock pot, I make chili all the time. Soup I did recently. Stew I've done once before. I really don't do a lot of cooking, but when I do, I want to do it well. But everything I make is traditional. So there's nothing outstanding about it, right? If you were to have something that I made, you'd say like, yes, this tastes like it should, but nothing that's going to make you like, I have to have your recipe. No, my recipe is the same as Betty Crocker's recipe. That's probably where I learned from. And then, yes, Michael's Adventures apparently does really, really well. Not to mention, doesn't eat too badly either. Steak is usually on the menu for Michael's Adventures. Rock Chick Beauty's up on the screen right now. This is a creator that talks to us about all things alternative. She started with makeup and beauty videos, basically get ready with me type ideas, but has moved into product reviews, unboxing videos, and now sponsored videos as well. So she lets us know. She talks alternative as well as makeup, beauty, lifestyle, and more. Rock Chick Beauty takes presentation seriously as well. This creator actually reset and restarted her channel a few years ago and now gives a professional look to every single thumbnail with bright, bold headshots to make her recognizable, and then updates her banner and avatar regularly, usually for special occasions and holidays and things like that. Shorts on the channel bring a little bit more variety with some of the products found in the unboxing videos or hauls, but she's got 3,100 views and 3,900 views on a couple of these, which is great to see, and then live streams as well. So I missed the one from a week and a half ago. It's been a while since I caught her. Hopefully I'll catch you again. And I know I say this all the time. I actually made a big deal about it a couple of weeks ago, and I continue to mention it, but anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. I'll always try to make it in if I can, if you have a live stream, and especially for special occasions, birthdays, milestones, and I try to never miss anybody's monetization celebration. Even if I'm out working or doing something else, I'll try to peek in, even if it has to be briefly, but I missed the last one. Rock Chick Beauty actually messaged me when she went live, and I didn't get the message for a couple hours after. I just wasn't looking at the phone. But hopefully everybody will connect with Rock Chick Beauty. I've actually joined her many times. I'm not sure if I was ever on her channel, but we've been together on many StreamYard panels a few years ago on many other channels as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She dropped another super chat today. I really do appreciate that. Absolutely unnecessary. She's done it a million times before, and now is working on 1,400 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. Pete's making me laugh in the chat here. Precious Gems is in the house. Mitchie Travel is here. Good to see you in the house as well. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Living Large with Crew, I know, has been here from the beginning. Henry Leslie, Vermont. I think I waved during the break there. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. So let's spin the wheel. Thanks again, Rock Chick Beauty, for the super chat. We'll see who's next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Thank you, Butler Family Farm. Yes, Tiffany from Canadian Family Life is being added to the wheel with Precious Gems. They're both members, of course. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then Lewis Acre Farm Karma has got her series, Meet Me Monday. She introduces us to different creators and different influencers on her channel every week in an interview style. Lewis Acre Farm Karma has got a couple. See, they come up for me right away, suggested on the channel. I missed yesterday's. I was doing some family stuff. We had a oh, is you doing? Yes, live streams, of course. There it is. Yes, forgive me, I missed that. I had a family birthday this weekend and did some family stuff between Sunday and Monday. Thank you, Jake Huston. We looked at your channel earlier. I'm going to play your theme song. I always play it in the later half of the stream. And then Lewis Acre Farm Karma, I'm going to rerun this video. I don't know why the red line's not all the way across on that. I might have gone back to comment on it, or it might have stopped halfway. Lewis Acre Farm Karma is working on 400 subscribers. They give us quite a bit of information on their About section. Being from Southwest Idaho, they're bringing us homesteading content, of course. When we look at shorts on the channel, they've gotten into 2,500 and 6,100 views and beyond. And then live streams, of course, as a minimum every Monday, but they often do more than one a week. So we keep notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. In my life, I probably would have said that summer would have been my favorite time of year. For at least the last 10 years, I've been saying that autumn is probably my favorite time. The heat in the summer, even up here in Toronto and Niagara Falls, can get to into the 90s, and it's a bit too hot for me, especially if I have to work in it and this and that. And so I tend to hide from the sun and from the heat and everything else. But when we have weather like what we've had in our area for the last few weeks, that's my favorite of all. I like everything 1 or 2 degrees colder than everybody else. Charinator is going to be on Meet Me Monday with Lewis Acre Farm Karma next week, which will be great to see. I know Butler Family Farm has a special live stream coming up this Monday as well. I'll talk about that when I get their channel onto the screen. Canadian Family Life in New Brunswick says they're going to have rain for a straight week here. We get a mix of rain before the snow starts falling in my area. I never look forward to that. It just interferes with work. That's the only reason. And then Handicap Traveler's up on the screen. So obviously we're going to get travel videos from a certain perspective here. We'll talk about it in a second. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. The Stock Explorers here as well. Nora from Florida. I'll get them onto the wheel. They happen to be a beloved and dedicated moderator as well as a member. And then when we look at Handicap Traveler, we see over 1,300 subscribers, well on the way towards 1,400 as a matter of fact. They give you quite a bit of information on their channel about what to expect, but they might be taking us out traveling or to some touristy destinations, giving us a bit of a certain perspective so we can understand what to expect when we get there. They've actually got a premiere coming up in another hour and a half from now. So we know right after Tuber Chat today, there'll be fresh content on this channel. And they've been friends for as long as I can remember. I'm not sure if they're getting close to 4 years or if I'm mistaken about that. It's a long time. It's got to be 3 years anyway. They've got shorts on the channel. Lots of outdoor content here as well. Some winter weather, as we can see. 1,300, 1,400, 2,600 views. Excuse me, and then live streams as well. And they're on frequently. They seem to be on at least once a month, sometimes twice a month. They got one coming up at the end of the month. I've got the notification on for that, so 2 weeks from now. And they'll do one on Thanksgiving, which will be interesting to see. Our Canadian friends, of course, we all celebrated a month ago. But our American friends will be celebrating Thanksgiving shortly. And then Handicapped Travelers working on 1,400 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then Forever Goshlin 3004. I probably could have found a better graphic. They were meant to be poppies because we just passed Remembrance Day, and I didn't get a chance to change those today before the stream. I just changed them actually during the first break behind the scenes here. So by the time we look at those after today's stream or by tomorrow, they should turn into something else for the winter season that I've added. But they were meant to be poppies. If you see a red one, it looks a little bit more clear. But basically, those denote that they are members in the chat. So anybody, when you have a paying member on your channel, when you're monetized, YouTube gives us default badges. That's what those things are called, those little icons, right? And it just tells not just that the person is a member, but how long they've been a member. So they start with blue, they work their way through yellow and orange, they get to red and purple. And the longer somebody's been a member, it automatically changes for them every month or 2 months or 6 months. So you get an idea. Like the Stock Explorer is one of our longest standing members. Just Jason Keto's getting close. I Am Betty J. Gathers was here earlier. She's a long standing member as well. Handicapped Travelers had membership for I think 6 months or so. So that's just an idea. But you can change those as much as you want. And one of the tips that we get in that interview series from the clips that I play all the time is the idea of changing up your graphics, right? If you change up the emojis in your chat, I'll drop some custom emojis here for a second. You have the opportunity to add these when you're monetized. And you can change those up. And as your memberships grow, like a larger number of members, you get to add more emojis. And it makes it fun for the chat. Everybody gets to play around with those. And then, yes, and thank you, Scratch and Pete PA. Yes, I forget, not everybody might be observing Remembrance Day or Veterans Day around the world, but in Canada and the United States we do. Butler family, it honors those who've served and fought for our country and lost their lives, particularly in trying to keep our freedoms available for us, if that makes any sense. And then, yes, thank you, everybody, for those thumbs up. Thank you, the Stock Explorer. Nora loves playing with the custom emojis. And then Butler Family Farm is up on the screen right now. So like I said, they've got a special live stream coming up on Monday. I'll talk about it in a second. They've got homesteading content here, but they've got 116 acres of farmland to cover. So Jerry and Susan together mix up the camera work and the videos here. They're never too far behind each other. They could be out on the farm, they could be in their home, they could be in the shop, or they could be out on the road meeting up with other creators. They've gone to very large meetups many times, hundreds of miles away. Up to 80 channels worth of creators and supporters get together often. Sam's Logs Trains and More. I'm just going to add you to the wheel right now. They happen to be a member and our official longest standing member. When we look at Butler Family Farm, we see bees along with cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, and all of the equipment and things that are necessary to look after 116 acres of farmland. Shorts fall right in line with their long form content here. Some of these have done well, getting into 10,000, 12,000, one over 50,000 views, and then live streams on the channel as well. So like I said, they've got a very interesting live stream coming up this Monday. And we've been talking lately about the fact that this channel is growing so rapidly. They're now over 30,000 subscribers. It wasn't too long ago that we knew they had close to 5,000. So the idea behind why this channel is growing so fast, I actually joined Jerry and Susan on their channel a couple of times now, but about a month ago we were together, and Jerry let me know he's been using the promotion system within YouTube, where you can take a video and advertise it and basically draw in views and subscribers. It's a legitimate way to grow your channel a little bit faster. So Butler Family Farm, and Jerry in particular, is going to talk about that this Monday, because a lot of people have been asking now, how are you growing so fast? Is that legitimate? What's going on with that? Yes, it's a system built right into YouTube, and especially if you're on a computer, you can see it easily. It's called promotions. You're basically just promoting a video like advertising. But Jerry's going to give us all the details and show us exactly what's worked for him, the strategies he uses within the system, so that the channel can continue to grow. And like I said, monetize. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So hopefully we can push Butler Family Farm towards the 31,000 subscribers they're now thinking of. Ghostly Winds is coming in with a highlighted milestone message there. And they always have interesting things to say about the Wheel of Doom. They're responsible for naming my catch-up list, actually, that I use to keep caught up with creators. And then they come to us from Australia, actually, so it's not always easy for them to catch us. Rushing Wind Mountain also dropping a highlighted milestone message. They've been a member for over a year. Thank you for that. 14 months worth of membership there. And then I see that Consume the Goodness is actually gifting a membership as well. So thank you for that. Deb S., the Pug Mama Quilter, will probably be happy to have that membership. I know they were in the chat a little while ago. If they're still here, I'll put them on the wheel right away. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. We already looked at Consume the Goodness channel. Otherwise, we'd put it on the screen right away. But I really do appreciate that extra generous support. So thank you, Kendra, again. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Next up is Michael's Adventures, another one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my now over 7.5 years on YouTube, 7.5. Michael's Adventures is getting pretty close with watch hours, as a matter of fact. He is down to his last approximately 300 hours to get to the magical 4,000 that we're all thinking about. Rocky Top Scratcher, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'll get their channel onto the wheel right away. They happen to be a member. I know 99 Midnight Gamer is here. They're here with us for just about every stream. Geeky Girls Journals making me laugh in the chat. Yes, word up to you as well. I've been catching them. They've been doing a lot of live streams lately. I think they always have, but especially lately I've caught them a few times. Crystal Sparkles in the house. They're also a member, so I'll get them on the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But I'll add some more names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream shortly. And then, yes, Deb S. Yes, the Pug Mama Quilter is still in the house, so I'm just going to put them onto the wheel right away. Members always get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Michael's Adventures, we're going to talk about in a second. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. When we look at Michael's adventures, we see, like I said, one of the most supportive creators that I've met personally. He goes over and above when it comes to the idea of helping others with particularly watch hours, playlists, and things like this. So it's great to see that Michael's Adventures is now closing in on the 4,000 hours of watch time that we all look forward to. He'll open up the AdSense ability to add ad money into the revenue that comes through the monetization. Michael's Adventures is working on 1,500 subscribers as well. This is a creator that puts out an abundant number of videos. You can see he's got 3,800 videos in total. That's just shorts and regular videos. He posts every single day lately. He's been posting 2 videos a day, 9 a.m. Eastern always, and then occasionally, and lately every day, at 9 p.m. Eastern as well. Sometimes he mixes those up. He's got a lot of wildlife on the channel, a little bit of nature as well. He's got foxes, deer, opossums, raccoons, a lot of bird watching on the channel, and then he takes us out often. If I scroll through his videos here, you're going to see that he'll take us out for either a drive along or a look around his area. He often goes for a walk with stories to be told, and gives us a lot of interesting views both in the day and at night, is what I mean to say. And then Michael's Adventures as well has got some shorts over here. Sometimes he's outdoors, sometimes he's scratching lottery tickets, and then he's got a slot game on a tablet that's been featured as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Michael's Adventures. He's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator and has been for long over 4 years now. So I hope everybody will connect with him and get some of his support coming back to you as well. And then Ghostly Wins, yes, still in the house. I've got your channel on the wheel. I'll spin right now and we'll see who's coming up next. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Crystal Sparkle's got some luck. They just came in and the wheel chose them already. We never know how long it's going to take to get chosen by the Wheel of Doom. John P. Adventures, good to see you in the house anytime, any place, anywhere. Good to have you here as well. And when we look at Crystal Sparkle, we see a creator who's going to bring us to a lot of cosplay type conventions. There's a lot of focus on My Little Pony on this channel. And for those of you who've been following for the last 40-ish years, you know that there's several different waves of popularity that have come through with My Little Pony, but it continues today. Crystal Sparkle's out at a lot of different conventions and events. There's a lot of fundraising that goes on there with auctions. They try to catch these things along with performances as well. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,700, 3,300 views, won over 18,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. I've caught them a couple of times. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Yes, a long time ago, actually, there was a creator that used to come through frequently named Mr. Naz. And they named the Wheel of Doom, and then we kept that name just for fun afterwards. So it's for many of the OGs here in the Tuber Chat family, it's always going to be known as the Wheel of Doom. But yes, it should be the Wheel of Fun or the Wheel of Joy or the Wheel of Hope would be a nice name for it. And then I Am Betty J Gathers is the next channel that we're going to look at. So what we're going to do right before we do that, though, I'm going to go on another break here. We'll go for 3.5 minutes like we always do. Right before that, we'll play another clip from our interview series. And again, these are videos that are now on the Tuber Chat channel in a playlist and as a podcast. Every video goes on anywhere from an hour to almost 2 hours long. They're an interview-style conversation where I've asked the creators for their opinion without adding a lot of my own. The reason why, we get to hear from me every day, of course, but I wanted to hear what they have to say because they have information that we all need. I continue to learn every day as well. These creators have all been longtime friends of Tuber Chat. They've been with us for at least 3 years, if not 4, and all of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Superchat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime,
Okay.
but we're linked by the ways. But they will know somebody that's scale modeling, and they will mention me to them.
Right.
So there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as, when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in the weekend, and Tuber Chat, because I've got it notified, he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of crap where it is.
There you go.
You know, and you know, and so that I've put back in, because remember I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here, and you've doubled that number. You're still growing now. So
it's very slow growth, because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
And I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour, down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back, but I needed the break. I really did. You know, and I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yep.
Definitely.
Improving over time.
Improvement is it, and also it's good. It's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. All right, we're almost back. Good to know that Tiffany's going to do a live stream in a couple of weeks. That's great. Twin Brook Acres, good to have you in the house. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody that came into the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. What we're looking at right now is I Am Betty J Gathers. There's another friend of about 4 years as well, and she very much cares about the YouTube journey, those in her community and those of us in the Tuber Chat family as well. She has a channel that focuses, really, it's a lot of variety here. She does a lot of vlogging, but she'll always be talking about healthy eating and healthy living, of course. This creator will get towards 2,500 subscribers. They're on the way right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They post fairly frequently. They've laid off the vlogs right now. We'll see what they're going to do to continue those, but they've been doing these frequently lately, and they could bring us into their home. They take us out on the road. They take us to outdoor destinations. And I Am Betty J Gathers gives us a great look at her day to day. Interesting that this creator has a lot of shorts videos, even though they're talking head videos featuring the creator herself. She's done really well. 8,000, 9,000, and well over 10,000 views on some of these, which is great to see. You can tell she's a dynamic creator in the truest sense of the term. And then when we get into live streams, we see that she's got several of these ready to go. One tomorrow, and then one a month from then, and then one a month from then. So Wednesdays are her day, and her conversation can go anywhere once she gets started, although she usually has a theme when she begins. And talks a lot of YouTube, like talking about the YouTube journey, but the conversation, like I said, could go anywhere. She's monetized lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And let's spin the wheel, and we'll see who's coming up next. I know Silver Assassin Metal Detecting is on the wheel as well. Ghostly Winds from Australia is coming up. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Ghostly Winds is another friend of about 4 years. There's somebody who cares very much about those of us in the YouTube journey and their fellow YouTube creators. You know, as the host of Tuber Chat, I get to have conversations with people behind the scenes, whether it's on Instagram, Facebook, sometimes phone calls and things like that, but I get to see and hear a lot of the stories that go on, like I said, behind the scenes, things we might not always see or talk about here in Tuber Chat. Some of them, you know, with little details, and some of them with long stories, but Ghostly Winds, I can tell you, is an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who cares very much about, like I said, those of us in the Tuber Chat family. For that, I'm grateful. This creator comes from Australia, so they can't always be here for every single live stream, but they're here frequently. I noticed they're dropping about 2 videos a week now, which is great to see. I think it's many months ago, but I think they recently moved and had to pack things in for a little while, but it's great to see them posting so frequently now. What you'll find interesting here is the fact that they mentioned Nintendo and Sega on their banner, but over all of the time that I've known this channel, 4 years now, they continue to introduce me to games that I had not already known from Sega and Nintendo, and I grew up with those systems literally. Shorts on this channel have been an experiment for a long time. They've changed up different things that they're doing. They've gotten into 400, 600, one over 1,600. Which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. I've been with them many times while they've been live streaming in the chat there, and they are always doing a great job of keeping up with the chat while they're streaming, while they're playing. You can almost feel the excitement in this creator while they're playing some of their favorite games, and they really mix up the titles here. So hopefully everybody will connect with Ghostly Winds. They're responsible for naming that catch-up playlist that I use to keep caught up with creators. So they always have a stamp on the Tuber Chat live streams. And then Kathleen's Place has a live stream coming up next week. Wayne's World Unlimited just came in from the UK and dropped a super chat, so I'm going to put that channel up on the screen right away. Then we'll get to Just Jason Keto and more. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Wayne's World Unlimited is working on 900 subscribers now, which is great to see. This creator's been doing some short videos. I'm just going to grab the latest one. I'll put that into my catch-up list just to try to stay caught up a little bit here. Wayne's World Unlimited usually brings us outdoors for stories to be told and explorations. One of the unique things about this creator, though, is that they often bring outtake videos as a follow-up to their long-form content. They've done that several times. When we look at shorts on this channel, we know that Wayne's World Unlimited has done really well with pure variety in the shorts videos. 10,000, 13,000, and one at almost 250,000 views, 244,000 there. Then we get into live streams, and we see that this creator's experimented with a live stream a few months ago. We'll see if they're going to keep those up. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. So Wayne's World Unlimited, thank you for another super chat. He's done that countless times before. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. Just Jason Keto and More, the newest member of our moderator squad, is here. Another fellow Canadian. He's only a couple hours away from me. I've actually met up with him a couple of times recently. And by the way, I don't know if he's listening. I think he is. But Jason, I'm sorry. I don't know why. It slipped my mind completely that you might have been in Niagara Falls on the weekend. I was doing some family stuff. I didn't get down there until Sunday. But we had a family birthday, so I would have been kind of tied up. I was there until yesterday. And but Just Jason Keto and More may have headed gone towards Niagara Falls to catch the elaborate light display. It's called the Winter Festival of Lights. I had great success posting a video of that once. It was meant to be a live stream, but the weather was so cold that day that the phone cut off after 8 minutes. What ended up happening is that video ended up getting like 4,000 or 5,000 views over a long period of time. But Niagara Falls, Canada is an energy provider. So they have one of the most elaborate Christmas light displays on the planet. So it's really something to see. So I'm hoping Just Jason Keto and More gets down there and catches that. So this creator is going to talk to us about healthy eating, healthy living on their channel. And they've got a ton of recipes and product reviews to go along with that. Almost at 100 chaffle recipes now, I believe. And then product reviews on the channel as well. These can both help us make sense of some of the ingredients we're going to find or use when we're thinking about a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He's also got a lot of help with some friends and some informative content from places like Keto Palooza. More influencers there. He has a lot of influencers join him on his channel. There's Kendra from Consume the Goodness. We looked at her channel earlier, but he's got other creators that and influencers that come on with him, either in videos or live streams, to share their life experiences, their tips, their tricks, their trials, their tribulations, all the things we need to hear about a keto-based diet or lifestyle. And Just Jason Keto and More might also take us out for a Christmas light display or an unboxing of a product like a GoPro and things like that. A little bit of variety. And in the shorts videos here, there's a hint about healthy looking grilling shorts getting into 5,000, 6,000 views, one over 22,000, and I've seen that one. And then when we get into live streams, we know that Jason is live every Thursday at 7 or 7:30 Eastern. So he's going to go at 7 on Thursday, which is great because Tuber Chat's going to be on right before. We'll be at the same time as today. So we'll raid into Jason that evening. And then once a month or so, he brings us a cook-along live stream. So a week from now, approximately a week from now, he's going to drop a cook-along. These are really cool. Sometimes he brings out a multi-camera system as well. Always mixes up the different things that he makes. And what I like about Jason's recipes is that they're easy to follow, simple to make, only with a few ingredients that we probably already have in the house. in most cases, so I'm sure you'll enjoy them too. He's monetized lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get to his channel, working on 3,300 subscribers, and another incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So Just Jason Keto and more, like I said, is the newest member of our moderator squad. Oh, and forgive me, Just Jason Keto and more. I thought when we were on your live stream the other day, you might have said that it was happening this week, and I wasn't watching the calendar. I haven't been paying attention to seeing when that's going to happen. I really should, because I should be catching that every year. You know, the Winter Festival of Lights or any Christmas light display or parades and things like that are going to get lots of views. Not that it's quite evergreen content. It could be considered that way if you plan it or produce it in the right way. But for a Christmas light display that's going to start mid-November and extend right into January, that's a heavy month of traffic and a lot of searching, because once people start seeing a couple of Christmas light videos, they might watch a few, or YouTube might just automatically recommend your video to somebody who likes watching them. So these are ideas, right? We can use the algorithm to our advantage, and in my opinion, it's not hard to film, depending on if you're going to talk or if you just want to go out and film it. But people love it. That's one of the things people always will look for again and again every year. And then, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Super Rainbow Queen's back in the house. We looked at that channel a while ago. Rocky Top Scratchers coming up right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Izzo's Place, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And I see Together We Travel is here as well. They're another longtime friend. And Samsog's Trains and More might put out a Christmas light video soon. And he's got similar content in the UK over there when we talk about those Christmas light displays. Rocky Top Scratcher has 325 subscribers right now. We've known this creator for a long time, even though they recently renamed the channel. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here from yesterday. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's that playlist we keep talking about that was named by my dear friend Ghostly Winds, who might still be here in the chat with us from Australia. Rocky Top Scratchers, part of the lottery ticket scratching genre, which I mentioned earlier, is huge. We got a lot of very generous and exciting creators behind some of these channels. They've gotten into 400, 500, and even 1,100 views on a couple of these shorts videos, which is great to see. And then live streams. They've done a couple of these a few months ago, so we'll see if they're going to keep those up. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get to another channel. We tend to move a little bit faster as the stream continues. We still got an hour to go, or a little bit more. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. Right now it's going to be Canadian Family Life from New Brunswick. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then thank you, Izzo's Place. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat again. I know I keep saying it. Canadian Family Life is Tiffany. She's often referenced by name in the chat. We've got a few Tiffanys in the Tuberchat family now, but this Canadian Family Life Tiffany is here with us just about every day and has been ever since finding the Tuberchat family almost a year and a half ago. So she's working on 11,000 subscribers and has also let us know she's using that promotion system, or has used the promotion system up to recently. Butler Family Farm is going to talk about that on their channel this Monday, so everybody can get some real insight. Jerry, of course, will be happy to answer questions and wants to help people understand how they can benefit from the promotion system. So Canadian Family Life was already one of the fastest growing channels that we've seen in the Tuber Chat family, getting into their 3,000 subscribers in barely over a year. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've got a lot of cooking videos on the channel, grocery hauls, product reviews, as well as shout outs for other creators, cook-offs between husband and wife here in different styles. They've got shout outs for other creators with mail call videos. It's a fantastic trailer that they put together a while ago with their theme song that was put together by Jake Huston. I talked about that a couple of times already today. And then they've got an impeccable container garden as well on the channel. Here it is right here. Chris has a channel, Tiffany's husband, Chris's Creation Fun. If you head over there, you'll find him working on the grow lights for that container garden, or doing some 3D printing, or working on solar equipment. Tiffany on the shorts videos on this channel has gotten into 2,500, 2,800, and 5,500 views. She's monetized, of course, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and then live streams on the channel as well. So I think she said she's going to do another one towards the end of the month, and we'll all be looking forward to that. And we always set notifications for everything we see, even though we have the notification bell on, of course. And then Rainy Ridge, good to have you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I'll spin the wheel. We'll look at Precious Gems in a second. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. When we look at Precious Gems, we see another creator that's bringing us interesting animation and pleasing visuals, as well as audio to go along with that. I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos they've got here. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. They post almost every day, so it's tough to keep up with a channel like this, but that's what playlists can be helpful for. And then shorts on this channel feature a little more animation and a bit of variety. Some of these have done well, 10,000, even 15,000 views on one of these. Precious Gems happens to be a member, so of course they were put on the wheel as soon as they got here, and they've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for as long as I can remember. It's got to be 3 years for them as well, or maybe more by now. So hopefully everybody will connect with Precious Gems. We'd love to push their channel a little bit higher as well. We'll spin and see that Sam's Logs, Trains, and More is going to be the next channel that we look at. They're our longest standing official member. They happen to be here as a beloved and dedicated moderator and have been for over 4 years as well. What I'm going to do, though, right before we look at Sam's channel, we'll go for a break for 3.5 minutes again. Right before we do that, I'll play one more clip from our interview podcast series. These are videos on the Tuber Chat channel now. There's 4 of them in total. They are in a playlist and listed as a podcast. The creators that are featured are all longtime friends of ours, and all of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was I think your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was pushed to the back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, you know, like skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the Shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together. So we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and you know when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were like pushed to the back. But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check the analytics out regularly. It does help.
Yeah.
And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel to get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even like scrolling up and down and like how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, like, you know, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not like go with YouTube's policies. Like we have a lot of fun with like pranking each other and stuff like that. Like, what we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or like pranks wise, that like skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do like say like a trending meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes we not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that like shorts really help us have like, you know, them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're like, I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
All right, we're just about back. We're looking at Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More from the UK. He's here as a member and a moderator. This creator will bring us a bit of variety, but of course there are a lot of train videos on the channel. Some of those are of the trains themselves, some are of the stations they depart from. Sam could be indoors, outdoors, taking a trip, or giving us a look around a station. Sometimes he's given us tips and tricks when we are thinking about train travels as well. Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More might occasionally do an unboxing video, a product review, and he brings a lot of variety in live streams, including a lot of outdoor live streams, looking at some train spotting as well. I've got his latest video. I've put that into my catch-up list. He's posting frequently, as you can see, and he's monetized as well. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get to his channel. He's working on 2,100 subscribers now, so I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. I see Tales Told in the Dark coming in. Good to have you in the house. Blessed to Crochet is also here. Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More's got some shorts on his channel, pardon me, that feature a lot of variety, including some train spotting, but he's gotten into 4,000, almost 5,000, and well over 6,000 views on these. And then live streams, like I said, he could be outdoors doing some train spotting, he could be indoors celebrating, or giving us a trivia or Q&A type game, and giving us a chance to get to know Sam, and giving us some channel updates as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. Every moderator on this channel has been a long-time dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. I added a couple of names to the wheel in our last break. So Fever Dream Animation is coming up right now. New Horizons Above and Beyond is on the wheel, and I'll add some more names to the wheel as we need them. Every time we get down to about 5 or 6, I'll add another 1 and 2, and we'll keep it moving. Raymond Tacular Forever, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in, and hopefully you're feeling welcome. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And what we're looking at right now, Fever Dream Animation, gives us a bit of information about what we can sort of expect on the channel when we look through their About section here. And they're going to be bringing us some variety as well as some animations and pleasing audio to go along with that. They post fairly frequently, at least once a week, which is great to see. And then live stream, shorts on the channel have gotten into 500 views and beyond. Yes, close to 600, on the way towards 700 as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Fever Dream Animation. They're here with us just about every time we stream. We don't really have a schedule. We mix up our days and times, of course. And I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours every time we stream. So I do appreciate every moment, even if you're just in the background. I know we got some friends that run the stream and listen. So I always appreciate that as well. Let's spin the wheel. We get another channel up on the screen, and hopefully a few people will connect with Fever Dream Animation and push them towards the 200 subscribers they're thinking about. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Yeah, the UK is obviously 5 hours ahead of us, so it's a little bit later for our friends like Rock Chick Beauty, Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More, and Wayne's World Unlimited. And so, you know, for that reason, that much more, I appreciate you coming in and hanging out whenever you can. I'm sure Sam and our friends in the UK are happy to see that we've got a few earlier streams this week. We don't usually stream at this time. So today's Tuesday, Thursday, we'll be on at the same time, and then Saturday again. So it should be perfect time for our friends to be able to catch that, I know we can't catch everybody, but it's part of the reason why we mix up our days and times so we can catch different creators from around the world in different time zones. Silver Assassin Metal Detecting is here with working on 900 subscribers now. They're at 827. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. I always thought it would be cool to do some metal detecting. I never have done any, not that I can remember. But Silver Assassin Metal Detecting and a few of our friends that do a lot of metal detecting. We have a few metal detecting channels, probably a good handful, and then a few more creators that do a little bit of metal detecting. But it's interesting because the first thing I thought of when I was a young lad thinking about metal detecting is, you know, grabbing one of these devices and heading down the beach to try to find some change, right? But there's a lot more history and really interesting artifacts that these creators come across. So you'll get a bit of that when you follow Silver Assassin Metal Detecting. And they're up here in Massachusetts, so up in the Northeast. So they share all 4 seasons with us. That'll make the content that much more interesting. As well, we see 1,500, 1,600, 3,700 views. And then when we get into live streams, we see they've experimented with these a couple of times. We'll see if they're going to keep those up. And there you go. Oh, so an awesome hobby. I'm sure it is. Says Silver Assassin Metal Detecting. And it's a great day today, so they might have a longer video. They're out today looking for some more, which is great to see. And, you know, it's really interesting. One of the things I really enjoy personally about what we've been doing here in the Superchat family is finding channels that I otherwise may not have seen because I wouldn't have been searching. I don't know if I would have ever searched for metal detecting just because I don't do it. I don't have anybody in my immediate family or social circle that does. But it's a thought that would maybe cross the mind, maybe therefore you would search, but I'm so grateful for some of the channels that we see here. I would not have known that lottery ticket scratching was a huge genre and category. The Stock Explorer is doing a lot of that as well. This is what I enjoy the most, is finding and seeing channels that I otherwise may not have ever searched for. So there's a bit of a hint in that as well. This goes for everybody, right? In the beginning of our YouTube journey. As you have more people subscribing to your channel, you might be turning those people into not just fans of your channel, but fans of the content. And that can help all your fellow creators as well. For somebody like the Stock Explorer that's going to talk about stocks and a bit of crypto, they can educate and draw in some more people who otherwise may not have found some of that content or education, let's just say. But they've gotten into a lot of lottery ticket scratching as well. They collaborate with a lot of other creators, which is great to see. And then, you know, they can make fans of lottery ticket scratching, if that makes any sense, of some of the viewers that are going to come across this. The latest video in their Scratching with Strangers video features some hardcore parkour, and then they've got a series going on here that they're trying to gain 100 views per video on. So they're working on it. It's getting close, and as they continue, they'll likely get more and more. Lots of lottery ticket scratching lately, but this creator is known to talk about stocks and crypto with product in hand a lot of the time, actually. Nora's very forthcoming about her own stock plays and crypto as well. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,800, 4,100, and 11,000 views and beyond. And then live streams on the channel as well. So they often do a lot of lottery ticket scratching lately, but sometimes Nora is talking stocks and crypto. Sometimes they're unboxing different products. I've seen them do that on live streams, or Happy Mail. They've got StreamYard panels. I've joined them on their channel, and sometimes it's just friendly conversation as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with the Stock Explorer. She's got a second channel called Tropical Buzz, where she educates us about plant life and being in Florida. There's a great, you know, year-round growing season down there. The Stock Explorer is working on 2,300 subscribers, and I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They're monetized, of course, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And the Stock Explorer happens to be a beloved and dedicated moderator here, and I know I just said it, but every moderator on this channel is a longtime dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. One of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when we visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, we will be welcome to meet more friends and family members for our own channel, the way we do here in Superchat. And Rushing Wind Mountain is coming up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then thank you, Outfish Ontario. Rushing Wind Mountain is up on the screen right now. This creator is Ruby. You often see them referenced by name here in the Tuber Chat streams. I'm just going to take a moment to get a few more names onto the wheel. There's something I've been forgetting all day today, and I'm just going to grab that right now. There's a award show that goes on with one of our friends. The channel is called Meet and I, M-E-T-E and I. I'll drop that name in the chat in a second here. And basically what they do is every year they run nominations and then give awards, basically, to a lot of creators that are in the beginnings of their YouTube journey. So Pete has been nominated again for what I think is the third time. And then lots of our other friends are nominated for awards, including Warmstrong Adventures, who just actually in the background sent me a story on Instagram there. And we'd love for everybody to go over there and vote. You might have to get to know a couple of the channels, because one of the things that they do, they've got a list of, I don't know if it's 20 or 30 different awards over there or more. And they give you a bunch of channels to choose from. If you don't know the 4 or 5 channels that are nominated for each individual award, you'll have to go and either see one or kind of just do the ABCD thing. We'd love for everybody to connect with more creators, of course. But Pete is up for a nomination again, and Warmstrong Adventures, it looks like, is there as well. I forget all the channels that are nominated for all the awards, but you'll find that through the link that I just dropped in the chat. And then So Terry is in the house. Good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming in. As long as everyone's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Rushing Wind Mountain is growing rapidly right now, and Ruby is bringing us nature and wildlife videos from the Pacific Northwest. Some are extremely short, some are extremely long. They get into videos that are sometimes even hours long, usually with pleasing audio and pleasing visuals. We often mention ASMR as an idea because kind of in the same ballpark, pleasing audio, pleasing visuals. Then we get into shorts on the channel, and you'll find some humorous moments if you dig through some of the wildlife here. All 4 seasons, of course, being in the Pacific Northwest. They've got 11,000, 12,000, 16,000. That one's still getting views, I think. And then live streams. They've experimented with a lot of vertical live streams lately. I'm just going to rerun this one. I was probably there, but I could have either had my internet cut off or for some other reason the red line's not all the way across, so I'll just rerun it, make sure it goes. One of the things we got to think about is keeping up our watch hours once we have them. For 99% of us, it's not going to be a problem. You're going to automatically keep up well enough, but it's something we can think about as well. So in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, we can always continue to run playlists or rerun live stream replays and things like that. So Rushing Wind Mountain is growing rapidly and now working on 8,600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then let's think about spinning the wheel. Forgive me for anything I've missed in the chat. And there's I haven't heard about it for the last couple of days, but there's a glitch that's been going on really heavily for a couple of weeks now. We've seen this many times over the years where people are able to watch a stream but not chat. and it looks like your messages go through and then nobody's paying attention to you, it's like you're being ignored or something, that's not the case. If you're banned on a channel, you probably know that. But if it's unexpected, then it just means that there's this glitch. It's somewhat easy to fix. I recommend resetting a device, resetting a browser, or possibly even updating. That's a tip that comes from Just Jason Keto, who's just gone through this. Or you can reach out to a moderator or the host of a channel on another social network like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or somewhere else to let them know you're having the trouble. They can add you into their approved user section, and that usually does the trick. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat again. I know I say it all the time. Thank you, Fever Dream Animation. Deb S. the Pug Mama Quilter is coming up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I'm going to get a couple more channels onto the wheel here. Truth Teller 25 is here. Kathleen's Place is going to be added, and then I'll grab some more in another moment here. I think what we're going to do, I usually don't take breaks so soon. We'll make this one a quick one. We'll go for 3 minutes, and then I'm going to come right back and talk about this channel.
Are you out there grinding, day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.
Yeah, we've heard that several times, actually. I play it usually once per stream. I do it towards the end, just because I know, not everybody can be here for every stream, and certainly not for 3 hours. That way it's not kind of constant, but still fun for anybody that hasn't already heard it, pardon me. So Jake Huston, by the way, was in the chat earlier. He's popped through a couple times today. He's a longtime friend. He's been with us for a couple of years. But when he made all those theme songs, because he's done dozens of them, it came as a surprise, a very pleasant surprise, I'm sure, for a lot of creators. And some, like Butler Family Farm and Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen, who we're going to see soon, Canadian Family Life, they've all cut trailers out of their videos with that song, with their different theme songs, which is really, really cool. It's an AI system that Jake Huston was using, but it's great to see somebody really supporting other channels in a very unique way. So like I said, that came as a real surprise and an over-the-top display of generosity, let's say. And then Deb S, the Pug Mama Quilter, is a brand new channel here in the Tuber Chat family. Now, we don't watch videos or subscribe while we live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video and put that into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I see that Debes, the Pug Mama Quilter, has got a few familiar faces there. I think I see Mona Did What on the stream there on a StreamYard panel. So I've got the notification on for the next one that you've got coming up. Hopefully I'll catch that. And then Kathleen's Place is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on today. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then Kathleen's Place is another channel I'm still getting to know. They say a safe place to share in a caring community, which is great to see. I like to have positive inspiration right away when we get to a channel. Quite a bit of information on the About page. I'll leave it to you to read that. I got to go through it myself outside the stream here. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. It looks like this creator is going to inspire us in a spiritual way. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over time I get to know the channels. By weeks and months of hanging out in live streams, premieres, and watching videos, I get to know the content. And then for anybody that wants to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. And then, yeah, thank you for that. So Terry, Mona Did What's been a long time dear friend here, but I've been really impressed actually by how much she's grown so quickly. Sometimes, you know, people just have an instinct and you almost think like, you know, they're born for something, right? And Mona Did What just does a great job. She's got a unique channel, talks to us about quilting. What I really like about her channel is that she talks about how to avoid mistakes and how to fix them once they're made. I haven't done any quilting. I don't know if I ever will, but I'm still interested to see all the different things people do, and I understand how much work, I believe I understand how much work goes into that. So it's great to see, and lots of creators sharing in the fun over there as well. 550 views on some of these shorts videos here, and a little bit more, getting on the way towards 600, which is great to see from Kathleen's Place, and some live streams as well. So one just a few weeks ago, looks like she used to do these before. We'll see if these are going to continue. We've got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. We also noticed that Kathleen's Place is on the road to 1,000 subscribers. That's an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey, so we'd love to push her a little bit closer. I'm going to get some names onto the wheel in a quick second here. We'll be able to get to more channels than we usually do, because today we're streaming at an unusual day and time. We haven't been able to do a Tuesday afternoon stream or a Thursday afternoon stream in as long as I can remember. And Truth Teller 25 is another brand new channel here in the stream today. So again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do in a second here. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Living Large with L Crew, Rainy Ridge, and So Terry are all on the wheel. If anybody's listening or watching that hasn't been seen yet, just be active in the chat, please, and I will put you on. The Truth Teller, 25, is brand new in the chat today. Now, we don't, again, watch videos or subscribe while we live stream, so I'm just going to take your latest video. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through your watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on as well. That should help our connection stick. Hopefully you have our notification bell on also so you don't miss our further live streams, if that makes sense. I see that they've got a bit of humor we can expect on the channel. They're working on their first 50 subscribers, so at 22 right now, we'd love to push them a little bit closer. And then Fairbrick Studios in the house. I'm going to put them on the wheel. I know they've been in and out today as well. And we'll spin. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in another moment here. New Horizons, Above and Beyond. Can't remember for the life of me if we've looked at this channel before or not. But we'll see in a second. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always give each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm saying, I don't know if we've looked at this channel, New Horizons Above and Beyond. Is it because it's changed names? Oh yeah, this is Adventures and Beyond, of course. I'm laughing at myself here because I'm thinking like, oh, this is a newer channel, and I forgot that this is a longtime friend that's changed their name. So I'm digging through the videos. I'm like, wait a second, why have I watched like 15 and 20 videos on this channel or more? And I can't think of who it is. Yes, it's our dear friend, Adventures and Beyond. When we look at the videos on this channel, it's mostly outdoor, adventure-based more than anything else, explorations outside. They've really changed up the content a lot on the channel, and then shorts over here have more variety. These have gotten into 1,600, 1,800 views and beyond. Live streams, they've just experimented with one, but they've got a second channel as well, and I'm just going to get the second channel ready to go here. Beyond Retail and More is another channel that they've got working on 200 subscribers already, and they mix up the content here. They've done a bit of gardening as well, taking us outdoors, and then they've got some shorts on the channel as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with this creator and both of their channels. I believe they're both listed in the about sections there, so you can find them both easily, but they're a longtime friend as well. I know my internet looks like it kicked out there for a quick second. We'll see if that thing is going to happen. Might have kicked the robots out. If the stream is buffering... I know the, I'm in an office, one of these shared workspace places, and I know they were doing something in the internet room earlier when I got in here today, so I don't know if something's up, but hopefully we're okay. We'll just continue as if. If the stream does cut off, it's late enough today, we'll just go for today and come back on Thursday. But we'll keep it going if we can. We still got another half hour or so. Fairbrick Studios got 11,000 subscribers. They're growing rapidly as well. They started with Lego stop motion videos. They got into a lot of these ASMR type, you know, pleasing visual, pleasing audio type videos. They've got plenty of premieres set up in advance for us here, so we got lots of opportunity to catch them. They play some Lego video games as well. They got me playing this one, Lego Tower, and then I keep saying it every time I look at this channel, but I love the Lego games, Lego Star Wars, Lego Batman, and all that. I'm just going to grab their latest video, make sure I've got that in my catch-up list so I can give them a couple of watch hours there. They got shorts on this channel, and these have done really well, getting into 28,000, 30,000, one at 69,000 views, which is great to see. And Fairbrick Studios, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and they've been with us a couple of years now. I think it's over 2 years. I think it was leading up to not last Christmas, but the Christmas before, when they started getting me playing that tablet game, because that Lego Tower game, because last Christmas I got a new tablet and I haven't put the game on it yet. And then let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. And Bella's Whisper Farmstead we're going to look at right now, homesteading on a budget. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So this is going to be an interesting video. I've never heard of water pie. I don't know what on earth that could be. So that'll be an interesting one to see. Now, on this channel, it says Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen. But when you start digging through the videos, you're going to see Kristen and Mike together. And they often are, you know, you'll find them together working on videos, but they also occasionally split up and do the videos individually. One of the things that they both do is really put a lot of thought and consideration and planning into their videos, and then when they produce the videos, they're always well done. This is a channel I can say I actually enjoy watching and look forward to seeing new videos from. I mentioned it, they actually cut a trailer, and where is it again? Where did the trailer go? Did you replace the trailer, Kristen? Or am I not seeing it? They had a, I could be mistaken, they had a theme song done from Jake Huston as well. Originally they cut a trailer from the song from their videos, and they did a really good job with that. But they always do a thoughtful job with all the videos, and they're very informative as well. So shorts on this channel also bring into 2,200 views, 2,700 views, 3,300 views, and all of the content here falls in line with the rest of their long form videos. Sometimes Kristen will take us outdoors as well for a walk around. She's done that many times with these vertical live streams. We'll see if she's going to keep those up. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Why can't I see it right in front of me? I don't know why I don't see the video, Kristen. I don't know, something's up there. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen, and hopefully everybody will connect with Kristen and Mike here, Bella's Whisper Farmstead, and they're working on 1,800 subscribers as well. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then thank you, Truth Teller 25. And then thank you, Butler Family Farm. Like I said, they got their special live stream coming up on Monday, so I'll be looking forward to that. Living Large with El Crew is another longtime friend, and this is an extremely dynamic creator with a ton of energy. They take us out for a lot of vlogging, usually travel-based. They take us to touristy destinations, as you can imagine, but you can see the excitement both in the creators and the videos here. And then I'm just going to grab the latest one one. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to stay caught up with them. You can see the exciting places that they visit and all the different things that they show us during their vlogs as well. So this is vlogging in the truest sense of the word, an adventure vlog. Working on 1,600 subscribers and monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then 11,000, 12,000, and 24,000 views. Oh, am I mistaken? I think now I understand. I think I'm mistaken. Bell's Whisper Farmstead, did you make your video? I mean, your song? I didn't realize that. There's an AI system called Suno, S-U-N-O. So I don't remember whether I've seen it in the past. I probably did because I look for AI stuff and I'm always looking for new websites and everything. But I may not have ever used it or anything. And then when Jake Hudson started doing those videos with the theme songs, I became more familiar with it, so I understand it now. But anybody can use it. I didn't realize that. So Bella's Whisper Farmstead, that's really cool. If I got that wrong, and now I'm being kind of getting the story a little bit straighter. Scratch Off Fever with Old Blue Eyes, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. There you go, Bella's Whisper Farmstead, Kristen, thank you. And then, yeah, Scratch Off Fever with Old Blue Eyes uses Suno as well. Forgive me, Living Large with L Crew. I got talking about those songs there. This creator, 11,000, 12,000, even 24,000 views on some of these shorts, which is great to see, and the energy continues, as you can tell through the thumbnails there. Truly a dynamic creator, and then live streams on the channel as well. They've done a few. I haven't caught any yet. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. You're probably going to do one, I'm hoping soon, because it's been 4 weeks again, and I've got notification bells on, of course, for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Event Yours, good to see you in the house. And Globies Travels is here as well. We're going to look at So Terry in a moment, and I'm going to get some more names onto the wheel. What we'll do is we'll go for another break. When we get later in the stream, I keep doing these just so I can keep the voice going. We still got another half hour to go if everybody would like to stay. Driving Daily is in the house. And then again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I see P&J's Homestead Adventure has come in. And I've got Blessed to Crochet on the wheel. I'll add some more names, like I said, during the next 3.5 minutes. All right, we're just about back. So Terry is up on the screen right now. There's another fairly new entrant into the Tuber Chat family, a channel I'm still getting to know. We can learn about what they expect to bring us on their About page here. I still have yet to go through that, but I'm going to dig through their videos here, and I think I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos. I'm just going to see what they've got going on. One of the things, I know I say it all the time, one of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here is that over time I get to know the channels over weeks and months by watching videos, hanging out in premieres and live streams. I get to know the channels or content, and then over a long period of time I usually get to know creators behind the channels as well. And this creator's got a few shorts, some outdoors, some indoors, which will be interesting to see. And then hopefully we can push Terry towards the 500 subscribers they're thinking of. It's an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. And then let's spin the wheel and see who is coming up next. And P&J's Homestead Adventure is coming up. And we'll see what they've got going on. They're longtime friends as well. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. P&J's Homestead Adventures bringing us a video here about some fall cleanup, and I always feel for the landscapers that I see working whenever I drive by right now in my area in southern Ontario, Canada. All the leaves are falling off the trees, and you know, they seem to be everywhere, and landscapers are out on all the commercial properties and trying to collect all these leaves now. It looks like they might be doing a bit of that right here. P&J's Homestead Adventure are longtime friends from New York State. They get involved in a lot of collaborations, and Garden Tour Club is one that we've seen many times from our dear friend Gail's Southern Living. Lots of outdoor content here, of course. When we get into shorts, we see more content that falls in line with the rest of what they're doing. They've gotten into 2,200 and 2,600 views on a couple of these shorts videos, and they've done a live stream. It's been many months. Hopefully they're going to do some more. We've got notification bells on so that we have the best chance of catching them if they're going to keep those up. P&J's Homestead Adventure are also out supporting other channels. I run into them regularly when I'm out trying to do the same thing. They're working on 900 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit closer towards that milestone. Event Yours is coming up right now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. This is a channel I'm still getting to know as well. We've just looked at it once or twice so far. They got 1,700 subscribers here, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've got quite a bit of information on their channel about what to expect, and it looks like they do quite a bit of live streaming as well. Videos on the channel. I'm just going to grab something recent. I'm going to take this one here. It's like a travel video. I'll put this into my catch-up list. That gives me another piece of content to watch. When we look at shorts on this channel, we see that these have gotten into 6,000, almost 7,000, and almost 8,000 views. And live streams, like I said, they do quite a bit of live streaming. They let us know about that on their banner. But they've also got a lot set up in advance, which is a great idea. I recommend for anybody that's going to live stream or premiere, if you can and if it's appropriate, to set those up in advance so that people can start seeing them recommended days before they happen, and get the notifications on as well, because the notification bell for a channel is not enough to catch these things. I see they're actually going to do a whole Christmas series. So I've got like, 25 or more notifications on for this channel now. So hopefully I'll catch you for some of these. And hopefully everybody will connect with Adventures and push them towards the 1,800 subscribers. I'm looking forward to getting to know the channel better. And then Mr. Fulton Mraz, I'm so sorry for the sad news today. Mr. Fulton Mraz has been a friend of mine for about 5 years, actually, and he's always got interesting news in the chat. That's a really unfortunate situation, but hopefully they're doing what they need to keep you and your friends' spirits up while you're going through something like that. Blessed to Crochet is another longtime friend. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter that's here with us just about every day is Blessed to Crochet. They're working on 1,200 subscribers right now. They bring a lot of spiritual inspiration, and they've got a lot for us to see on their About section, and they are really focused on community on the channel. There'll be a lot of conversation here of different types, but they want to support other creators as well. And they've got one of their theme songs here that we keep talking about from Jake Huston, which is really, really cool. So I've got that video on my catch-up list. I'll look forward to hearing what he did with your channel there. Blessed to Crochet is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. As a matter of fact, we caught them the other day. They got a lot of live streams coming up for their monetization celebration. They did that on Saturday. And then they've got a Christmas series coming up, which I'll be looking forward to. They got shorts on the channel as well. And these bring pure variety, but they've gotten into 9,000, 10,000, and beyond. So hopefully everybody will connect with Blessed to Crochet, get some of their support coming back to you as well. And like I said, they're monetized, obviously, and we'd love to push them towards that 1,200. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Driving Dailies coming up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So, there's a premiere coming up actually from, pardon me, yes, Consume the Goodness. And that was the first channel that we looked at today. Kendra's still in the chat with us here, actually. We're going to go over there and raid. Now, it looks like we might be finishing Tuber Chat a few minutes early, but I'm dropping the link anyway. The chat's already running. Stock Explorer's already said hello over there. We can head over anytime. And I'll come over as well, and I'll look forward to that. Kendra's always talking healthy eating, healthy living. She's got a little more inspiration on today's premiere, so we'll look forward to that. It's going to start in about 19 minutes. If there's anybody left listening here that hasn't been seen yet, just please let me know, or be active in the chat if you don't mind. Say anything at all, and we'll get you up onto the screen. Today is an unusual day and time for us to stream. We haven't done a Tuesday or Thursday afternoon stream in as long as I can remember, so it's an interesting mix of channels today, but we managed to get through a little bit faster than usual too. Mr. Fulton Mraz, I have on the wheel, and thank you for that, Mr. Fulton Mraz. Hopefully you're doing okay. He's been a long-time friend. I just talked to him on the phone a couple of days ago before what he just told us about, actually. Driving Daily is up on the screen right now. This is another channel that had quite a bit of impact when they first came into the Tuber Chat family. They're here with us just about every day, always active in the chat, for which I am grateful. But when we look at Driving Daily, we see a lot of drifting. This is what was noticed right away. I see a lot of people talking about that in the chat within the first couple of times of Driving Daily being with us. They also take us out to some car shows as well, and I would usually call these classic car shows. There's a few done up cars that are brand new as well. We'll see a lot of variety in the different restored and updated and customized vehicles that are in these shows. As well, this creator will give us some talking head videos to give us an update, give us a chance to get to know them and talk a little bit more about cars there. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 11,000, 18,000, even 35,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So they've started picking these up. I was saying for a long time, I wondered if they were going to do some more. They did one many months ago, but they've done a couple since then. So this is really cool. I hope I can catch you for one of these. I got the notification bell on, obviously, and then hopefully I'll catch you for one if you're going to keep those up. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen, and I will drop the link again. For Kendra's premiere, and then Rainy Ridge is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Ghost Boy Gaming is in the house. That's Bullock the Bullock Experience. Forgive me, I keep tripping over that now. The Bullock Experience is a long time friend. They've actually been with us for several years as well, but I've got their gaming channel on the wheel now, along with Scratch Off Fever with Old Blue Eyes and Mr. Fulton Mraz, of course. Rainy Ridge is up on the screen right now. Eric and Tina Rainey, and we'll see what they've got on their channel. A small woodworking shop. They enjoy cutting firewood and being outdoors, and we'll be able to meet the rest of their family or friends on the channel. I'm just going to grab the latest video that they've got here. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. They are working on 2,400 subscribers, which is great to see. Lots of outdoor content here, like we see from a lot of our homesteading friends. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 10,000, 11,000, and even 18,000 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I can't remember for the life of me if I caught one of these ever, not yet. And then they seem to be doing them frequently though. They're doing at least a couple a week. So hopefully I'll catch you. I've got the notification bell on for every single channel. That's always in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. I'll look forward to that. So they do them on Saturday nights, and then it looks like they just mix in a couple of pop-up streams as well. And Mr. Fulton Mraz is coming up right now. Like I said, this creator's been a friend of about 5 years now, since before Tuber Chat was even a thought. I'd already been on YouTube for a couple of years, and then I started getting introduced to creators in the small YouTuber community. And I was overwhelmed by the generosity of a few creators willing to introduce you to all their friends, and, you know, kind of felt like a college party. Come with us. We're going to introduce you to everybody. Everybody becomes friends with everybody. And I thought that was really cool. And there was hundreds, if not thousands, of other growth streams out there when I started this channel. But it was inspired by the generosity of these creators, knowing that friendships that are made between creators would be the driving force here. So it's great to see that this continues. Mr. Fulton Mraz has been there from the beginning. He's interviewed a lot of creators. I've been interviewed by him on his channel. Sometimes he does product reviews and gives us a chance to get to know him. Mr. Fulton Mraz always has interesting content, interesting news for us in the chat. Usually positive. Today's a little bit different, unfortunately, but hopefully our friend Mr. Fulton Mraz is doing okay. 1,500, 1,700 views on a couple of his shorts videos, and then live streams as well. And he's on frequently, so usually it looks like a couple times a week he mixes these up. And Mr. Fulton Mraz is now well over 2,000 subscribers, so we'd love to push him a little bit farther towards the 2,100 we know he must be thinking about. We get another channel up onto the screen in a quick second here. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. This is another channel I'm still getting to know, but Scratch Off Fever with Old Blue Eyes is already at 245 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 300 we know they must be thinking about. I'm just having a look through their channel here. Some of these rollovers are going to give us an idea of some of the lottery ticket scratching that they're bringing to us. I'll put the latest video in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get another piece of content watched and somewhat stay caught up with this creator. It's great to see you collaborating with others as well. I know I've said it many times today, but lottery ticket scratching is just a huge category and genre with a lot of generous creators behind the channels. 600, 800 views on a couple of these shorts. They continue to grow, and then live streams on the channel as well. So it seems they're live frequently every few days or so. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I got the notification bell on for every single channel, of course. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Ghost Boy Gaming is coming up right now. This is a gaming channel from our friend the Bullock Experience. So it's a popular name for a channel. I'm going to drop his handle in the chat in a quick second here, and then that'll help everybody find it a little bit easier if you have any trouble. Your search results will be different than mine, of course. Ghost Boy Gaming has 70 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the first 100. They mix up a few different popular titles here, and we can see that a lot of it is familiar because the titles are so popular. But when we get into shorts, we get more bite-sized clips from some of that video gameplay, and these have done well. One of them into 1,500 views now, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel as well, up to many months ago. We'll see if they're going to continue those. We'll put the Bullock Experience up onto the screen right now, and this creator is going to bring us fishing first. They do a little bit more on the channel, the occasional unboxing video, for instance, and working on 1,400 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit closer towards that milestone. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 2,800, 3,200, 6,200 views, which is great to see. Lots of outdoor content there, and then in the live streams they take us fishing as well. I just caught them for their last fishing session, and the Bullock Experience and Kelly Bullock, the creator behind the channel, has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for probably 4 years now. 99 Midnight Gamers coming up. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I'm surprised I'm so far behind here with 99 Midnight Gamer. It's been a couple weeks, but I'm just going to grab one of your latest videos here, Red Dead Redemption. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit. They got 812 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 900 we know they're thinking about. They're a PC gamer, does a lot of live streaming, and they cut a lot of videos out of their gameplay as well. Shorts on this channel have gotten now into 3,000 views and beyond, one over 7,900, which is great to see. And then when we get into live streams, we see this creator's live frequently. They'll be on tonight, actually, in another 5 or 6 hours from now, and they seem to be on frequently, at least a couple of times a week. I've caught them before, and hopefully everybody will connect with 99 Midnight Gamer, and that's another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate everybody being here. I know not everybody can be here every day, and certainly not for 3 hours every time we're here, but I do appreciate every moment, and of course to our friends in the background that let the stream run if they're working or doing other things. And then thank you to our moderators. Most of us hopefully all of us realize these live streams couldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help, and they've all been longtime dear friends of mine. So hopefully everybody has a good day, and Wednesday we will see you again, and Thursday we'll do another stream, but right now we're going to go over to Consume the Goodness. She's got a premiere coming up in just under 10 minutes. I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3, just so that everybody can clean up their connections here. Then just please say Tuber Chat Raid when you get over to Kendra's channel, and we'll watch her premiere, and you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members with her, of course. Thanks, everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye.